subconscious whispers. Unlock the key to your own heart. A treasure chest sits locked. The key to the chest is right there beside it, shaped in a heart. Once unlocked, the heart sets itself free from the chest, and strands of DNA flow out harmoniously. Your chest is not a captor, it is a protector. Unlock your heart and set it free. Guarded by your ribs, your heart remains inside of you, never leaving your side. Never place your heart on your sleeve again. Leave it in its original home, your chest, your center, guarded by your ribs. When we open our heart, we set ourselves free to be whoever we truly are. It's time to unlock your highest potential. Let's begin. So I'm going to begin with, should we begin with the key? Seeing as that's what will set one free. One of the things I hear all the time is, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Well, that's not very clever, because you got no protection on your sleeve. Look at your wrist. Where's the protection? It's fragile. So what I advise my clients to do is to keep your heart in your chest, guarded by the ribs, protected. Those ribs are like guardian angels that were made there by universe, by God, to keep your heart safe. And how interesting that even in that space, it's not fully covered. Your ribs, there's spaces within there where your heart can see out, and therefore you can make informed decisions on life choices. So rather than leaving your heart on your sleeve, how about I keep my heart in my chest, where I allow it to open up and to be its unique self, yet it's protected by the guardians, its original guardians, created by universe itself. Now see who tries to get in. No chance. No chance. Yet you have to give yourself a chance first. So never leave your heart on your sleeve again. It's foolish. You're asking for trouble. Keep it guarded, protected in your ribs. I mean, whose idea was it to wear their heart on their sleeve anyway? And where did it get them? Honestly, like, what are they doing now with wearing their heart on their sleeve? What did they accomplish? Apart from giving other people these ideas. Yeah, I'll just keep my heart vulnerable and fragile and in the hands of people who don't know how to look after it, respect it. So smart. It's time to look after yourself wisely, wiser. one way I look after myself, and I've been doing this consciously since about 2021, was every time I had a cough or cold, which I've recently been going through, I no longer say I'm unwell, I'm sick. I don't use these words to talk about my health anymore. Instead, I always say I'm going through an upgrade. And I was reflecting on it just yesterday. You know, since I've been saying that in 2021, what's happened in my life? Has it actually shown signs of upgrades? And it actually has. Now, what I mean by that is, so 2021, when I'd started saying it earlier in the year, I ended up, is it 2021 or 2022? I think it was 2022 actually. So in 2022 I ended up channeling a poem which ended up being a mantra and anthem that I used during my divorce for my own healing journey. And I have left it on YouTube as well. I recorded it, this one, in 2024 around November, December time, when I was filming some other videos, and I just didn't know what to do with it, so I left it. And then I recently decided, actually I like the video, I like the energy in it, and it's a nice reminder for me of where I was. So that's on my YouTube. I've called it The Lyrical Gene. So you can have a listen to that. It's a channeled poem, which actually I didn't know at the time was going to represent me. It was going to heal me every day as a reminder that God had always been looking out for me. That, yeah, God is always watching me, holding my hand through this whole journey. So that was one of my upgrades. 2022, around September time, I started sketching out all of these pictures, and it was in a small sketchbook, channeled art I called it, because none of the images were mine. I saw the images, but I took no claim, and I still take no claim to any of them. I've done my best to put them on paper as I could see it in my mind's eye, and I hope I've done it justice with the tools that I have, with the visions I saw. So 2022 began channeling all the artwork. Previous to that, I was channeling a lot of poetry as well in 2021, and even before then. 2023 happened. In my upgrades, I ended up going through a divorce, and it was an upgrade, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to God, universe, for growing me through that journey. I needed it. My heart needed it. My journey needed it. So I definitely went through an upgrade there in my own life. 2024, I began really coming into myself. The divorce was over, but there were still fragments of the divorce left to go through. But I started to feel into who I am, what I want to do, where I want to be. 2025, that was when I resketched the sketches I'd created in 2022. And when I looked at all my sketches, I said, I see this as a colouring book, but I also see it as more, and that will come too. So in 2025, this year, Conscious Whispers was born, and there's been so many different upgrades, such as moving through my fear with dogs, being able to swim, going through singing lessons as well, going on stage and doing a guided meditation, doing open mics with the poetry, making myself go through the vulnerable stages in my life. Everything had upgraded. So anytime you're going through something, if you see it as an upgrade, there's only one thing that can happen. You will upgrade. So never call yourself sick. I quite like the Marvel movies, and it makes me think back to Spider-Man when he was bitten by the spider, and he went through a sickness first before his superpowers came. And this is with a lot of heroes, even in like the DC, they go through a bit of a sickness, and then next thing you know, they're these magical beings. So I told myself, that's all that's happening with me. That's it. It's just a little bump in the road before the magic appears. Choose your life. Choose every part of it the way you want it to grow. We really underestimate the power of our words. But if you really knew what your words that come out of your mouth are doing to your life experience, you would stop, you'd take a breath, and you would reflect on what's about to come out through your mouth. It's actually really sad, the lives we imprison ourselves in through our words. And that's why I think the word Conscious Whispers came through for these books. Because we need to become conscious of the words we whisper to ourselves. We need to take more responsibility for what we allow to pass through our lips. So next time you find yourself hitting your leg on something, hitting your funny bone, banging your head on something you shouldn't have, going through some type of health, I don't want to call it issue, but instead of calling it any of that, just say, oh wow, God has decided, universe has decided that that part of me is due for an upgrade, so now I'm upgrading. Will it really work? Well, you've done it your way for how many years? And what have you gained since doing it? What did you lose since doing it your way? Give it a go. Practice something new. And if life evolves, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm only paying forward what I've learnt. None of what I say is even mine. It's all channeled from the divine. Just the messenger. And, you know, I get to go through my own journey and get to always relearn, re-be whoever I need to be on this journey. Always grateful. I always look forward to watching back these videos, because in the moment I don't really know what I'm saying, what's being said, but I know later I will be able to reflect and see and hear the words that needed to come through. Halloween today. Halloween. In my mind I thought, I'm just going to dress as myself. It's been a long time since I actually enjoyed being me fully. So, yeah. I've recently been watching this animated version of the Mahabharata called Kurukshetra on Netflix, and I've seen so many different variations of this over the years, so many different ones, and it always got me why in the end, in the battle, Karn, Duryodhan, Bhishma, Dronacharya, all these different warriors, why they were killed the way they were killed. And what I finally came to hear, to understand, to realise, and my view might change in the future with more information, But where my understanding is at is they were given the deaths they were given because of their actions during the time they were around, because they each could have made a difference to the war, to everything, but they chose not to. And I started to feel like, well, maybe this was it. Maybe this was a sign of, because they didn't follow God, universe in their heart, but instead they followed the actions according to the earthly plane, the 3D plane. They did it for that rather than for universe, rather than for God. Whereas with the Pandavas, they had God on their side. Krishna was with them. And Krishna was the one who was guiding them to kill them in the ways that they had fallen. Because, you know, even God says, how can you have an honorable warrior death if you weren't a warrior in other areas of your life? You know, you watched a woman almost be disrobed, you did nothing, and you think you're gonna die a warrior's death? No chance. No chance. Gosh, that hit me. And this is the thing, you know, it's important to be real. It's important to be truthful, because at the end of the day, who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to, you know, manipulate? Who are you doing whatever you're doing for? When it comes to the oppression of women, you see it throughout history. I've also been watching the Greek Gods series on Amazon, and you know, the gods, even the gods there, you know, they went around raping women, having sexual escapades here, there, left, right and centre. The divine feminine has been abused since the beginning, and this is where each of us has come to have a life experience. Why would we choose this as a collective? Why would we choose to come to experience Prakriti, Prakriti being the divine feminine, Prakriti being nature, Prakriti being the creator? Why would we each come to experience this? Why? Why? Okay, I'm back. So where am I going with this? I'm going to, because I've, like I said, I've watched a lot of these series to understand, to develop a greater understanding of what's going on here with this life that we've chosen, with these experiences that we're a part of. What is actually going on? Even with the Ramayana, you know, yeah, Ram saves Sita. Sita waits for Ram. I mean, she's Goddess Lakshmi. She was Goddess Lakshmi in a mortal form. And she was awaiting her husband. When they came together, she became pregnant, and then the rumours started. But whose babies are these? Who made her pregnant? Was it Ravan? Was it Ram? She even went on a fire pyre to prove, while she was pregnant, or even before, I think, yeah, before she came to Ram in the series that I watched, before she was pregnant, she proved her innocence. She came to be with Ram. She had got pregnant, and the rumours were there. Well, we didn't see her go on the pyre. We didn't see. How can we believe that these children are going to be Rams? Said the rumours. So Sita went. She gave birth to her babies. Some say she gave birth to one, and then the second one was created from gush, which is a grass, a type of grass. Others say she gave birth to twins. And when her sons were presented to Ram later, she was done defending their honour, her own honour. She said, no, do you know what? I'm done. From where I was born, Mother Earth, come and take me. Come and take me if I am pure. So Mother Earth came from where she was born, and it took her. You don't have to keep proving your innocence. Your energy will speak louder than your words. And for those of you who know about Mary Magdalene, in France, where I've been, there are places there, villages there, that believe Mary Magdalene was the wife of Jesus, and they had children, a child, a daughter, and that Mary Magdalene lived in a cave there, and that she was actually from royal families, and that the Knights Templar actually helped her, guided her, guarded her, and that Mary Magdalene was part of the Essenes. And if you don't know some of these things that I'm speaking about, look them up, go do your own research, because there'll be things that I say which depending on where I've looked, either inside of me, outside of me, that will be different to what you see outside of you, inside of you. But I can say out words to guide you on your own path if it calls to you. Now, Mary Magdalene was called a whore, she was called all sorts, awful, awful things, and yet she was the beloved. She was the most loved of Jesus. Women have been used, women have been used, have been abused throughout time, and we've got to take and be respectful of our inner power now. Enough. I mean, aren't we tired now of seeing history repeat itself again and again and again? It's time for women to stand together and say no. No to the oppression, no to... We don't need to be insulted. We don't need to we don't need to justify ourselves. We don't need to prove our innocence. We just need to come to be, to love one another, to protect one another, to hold each other's hands and say, "You got this, Queen." I mean, this is the thing as well. Women are against other women. How does that make sense? Why can we not unite and stand together? Not to gain something from someone else either, because that's usually what I found, and I can't stand in that. If you're looking to gain, I can't do it. We've got to start making different choices. We've got to start looking after one another more. We've got to start helping, supporting, loving women. Until we do that, society won't change. I mean, society, you know, they burnt down. They burnt women because they came together as groups. They called them witches. Whereas, in truth, they probably they could feel their intuition. They didn't like the energy of the men around them. And the men couldn't handle it, burn them. She's no longer laying with me, burn her, she's a witch. That's because she could tell you were an idiot and your revenge was to have her burnt. Support each other, love each other. Come together, come and gather in a village in unity. Gosh, there's so much love that's missing in this world. I didn't know that unlocking the key to my own heart would spill out these sort of conversations. Yeah, here we are. Was I burnt as a witch? Probably. Probably. In a past life. Who knows? Might be burnt in this life. Actually, I won't be. Unlock the key to your own heart. You know, there's a lot of journaling that can be done to help you heal parts of you that need healing. Write things down, write your feelings down, write your thoughts down. There's a power in that, and in that power, it's you. People can't take that away. Your truth. Your truth is yours. Own it. Write it down. Spill it out for yourself to see. Not for anyone else. Not for anyone else's eyes, but for you. See what your heart really feels. Sit in the truth of it, whatever that truth is. And then the shamanic way is to convert it, to build it into your hero's journey. Make it a story worth telling. Let it show where it grew you, where it grew your heart, when it could have broken you. Make this life your hero's journey. Maybe I should have drawn a pencil here. Unlock the key to your heart. Because when we journal, when we write, we get to speak, we get to channel through our truth. What's hidden inside your heart, let it all come out. You know, like we keep putting things under this rug, but I always say it's not a rug, it's a magical carpet. And when that carpet takes flight, everything will be revealed for all to see. Everything will be revealed. So if you want to take flight, or if you want to stay stuck where you are, you know what you need to do. If you want to take flight, put pen to paper or record yourself on your phone. That's really healing. You don't have to listen back to it, but it's speaking your truth out loud. You can say it through writing. You can say it through art. You can say it through speaking. You can speak it through dance, through yoga, through the gym, but speak it. Make sure that it's not, oh, I'm just ignoring it because I'm done with it. No, you're not done with it if you're ignoring it. You're done with it when you've faced it, when you've sat with it, when you've faced the emotions of what you truly feel. Then you're done with it. Till then, you're just ignoring yourself and the callings of your own heart. Why would you ignore that? Unlock the key to your own heart. I mean, if you're smart, you'll see what I'm doing with every picture is I'm journaling myself through, creating a video of it. I'm unlocking what each page means for me, and I've created videos that I can now look back on and therapy through if and when I need it. When I went through my divorce, one of the things I repeated to my friends again and again was, I wish I could duplicate myself, because the advice that comes channeled through, I can then hear and then I can apply it to my life. Because listening to myself in that hurt, in that pain, wasn't easy. But if I could have me as my own healer, that would have been powerful. And I smile now because in my upgrades, God fulfilled that wish too. God gave me YouTube, and on YouTube I now have hours and hours and hours of footage that I can look back on in my time of need, and I can therapy, I can heal, and I know that every time I'll go through one of these videos, something new will step forward, a new version of me. The version you're seeing is the version of the 31st of October 2025 right now. When I come to watch this, I would have already moved, shed my old skin, and I'll be someone new, someone different. So if you're smart, watch what I'm doing, see what I'm doing, see how I'm going through my upgrades. I'm growing through my upgrades on purpose, with purpose. And I'm not someone who does this and says, right, I'm going to keep this all to myself. No, join me, come along. It's more fun that way. Unlock the key to your own heart. Are you going to keep your heart on your sleeve again? For anyone who said yes, rewind, watch this again. In fact, go back and watch all the videos I've done so far. Never disarm yourself. Keep your heart like a warrior, armor on. But allow your heart to expand. The armor's natural, you were born with it. You'll always be protected by the divine. You always have been protected by the divine. Then why did this happen to me, Reena? We all have something to grow through. This life isn't easy for anyone. Some of us, we don't tell people what we've actually gone through. Rape, abuse, mental torture, emotional torture. We don't speak to others. Past lives haunting us. We don't tell people. Just because we're quiet doesn't mean we haven't suffered. But the way we go through this life is a choice. Be a hero in your own journey. Don't wait for someone to come along and save you. But if you need help, you need a helping hand. Someone who will honor your energy, respect your energy. Call it out to universe. And be meaningful with what you call out, full heart intention. We can't control other people, but we can talk about what we need in our own healing journeys. It's always important to be respectful for yourself. If you don't respect yourself, who will? No one. No one's coming, especially to just respect you. So you've got to respect yourself first. As I said that, I could hear the song, Ain't Nobody Loves You Better. Ain't nobody that loves you better than you. No one can love you better than you. No one. Don't give anyone that power to think they can love you better than the way you can love yourself. Don't be so foolish. to give that type of power away. If you really want to go free, go and do the things that scare you the most. The things that leave you vulnerable. And let the people that fall away fall away. Saves you wondering, saves you thinking, what if? Instead, it will create space for, if not you, then who? If not now, then when? Let yourself show universe what you're ready for. And universe will do its job of finding you, of attracting to you that which is vulnerable, which communicates well, like you. As a healer, Reena, why do you get sick as well? I thought you can heal yourself. Even, in the stories of the gods, even they got sick. They even have a god of Ayurveda that was first for them. Sickness is a rite of passage. It allows the shedding of an old you. It allows that to burn away so that a new you can be born forward. The way you see your sickness will be the way that you see your health. In astrology, sickness falls under the sixth house, under the sign of Virgo. Virgo is ruled by the sign of Mercury, the planet Mercury. In that sixth house also sits your enemies, your small intestines. Also in that sixth house sits medicine. Everyone in their chart will go through some sort of health upgrade. Everyone. Everyone will have some sort of enemy. Most often, the enemy is ourselves. And if astrology has taught me anything, or if Vastu, the Indian Feng Shui, has taught me anything, it's that the image that stays in my mind is the human body. In every house, in Vastu, in Jyotish, sits a part of our human body, our anatomy. Therefore, if in every house that is present, if we love our body, then how can sickness persist? Instead, we tell ourselves, this is an upgrade. I'm clearing the path of something. The universe could have chose a different way for you to grow through something. Would it have been easier? No one knows. Give it love, give it gratitude, so that it can move on into the ether to never return again. Complete the cycles that keep repeating. If you're not grateful for the life you have, your life can't move forward. The easiest way to the path of your own heart is just being grateful. Keep saying your thank yous. when you keep changing the way that you speak about yourself, what has to happen is your DNA changes too, your internal being. The more you practice it, the more it keeps upgrading. Your mind is the most powerful weapon you have. It's an armor. It's a protection that you're not using. You give your power away all the time so easily and manipulated by the thoughts, the words of others. You allow that to take power, precedence in your mind, your body. You don't have to do any courses. I've spent tens of thousands doing courses to learn what I've learned, and I'm giving you everything here for free. That work on your mind, work on the power of your voice, work on your creativity. Through creation, that's where Shakti, power, resides. Through your voice, the way you speak, the way you dance, the way you paint, the way you create, the way you laugh. All of these things will have an impact, an effect physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Look after your mind and it will take care of your body. Empower yourself. Look at the way you speak. Hear it. Record yourself. Oh, the cringe. I hate hearing myself. If you can't hear yourself, why would anyone else want to hear you? Do the things that make you uncomfortable. Took me years to come out and just put videos up on YouTube. Gosh, I get it. The fear is real, but it's all in your head. It's actually not real at all. It's not R-E-A-L. It's R-E-E-L. It's just made up in your head. Truth is, no one cares. Everyone's just so self-absorbed in their own lives. They don't have time to focus on what you're doing. So you focus on you while others live their lives. Do things that younger you will be proud of. I walk past my pictures of younger me. Whenever I come to my office, I walk past them and I whisper to younger me, conscious whispers, and I feel her smile because it's we're doing it. We're doing all the things that, you know, she was scared to come out and show her light. So at 42 years old, I'm honouring little me and showing her that it took us time to get here. Granted, it took us time, but we're here. We're going to do this. We're going to grow through this. And it took a lot of healing, past lives, marriages, divorces, career change, house change, financial changes. It's taken all. And would I change any of it? No. In fact, this marriage, this divorce, was the one that made me heal the most. This episode, I had to, because I couldn't do this again. Your biggest your biggest challenge may be your biggest healer if you allow it to be. I don't know why I'm doing this one anti-clockwise. I did the other one clockwise. Do the things in life that your heart would be proud of. Your heart, not anybody else's. Not for revenge. Not for any of that. In your heart sits the light of God. And where God sits, there's no regret. There's just light. Let the light shine upon you. Let you be a pathway for a new version of you. The card that I've created for this one, so I've done paintings of all of the pictures in the two books, and the card for this one, I've actually done it as, rather than a treasure chest, I've done it as ribs, because that's just how it felt to me in the energy in the end. Everything gets to upgrade when we go into the next version of it. Everything does. Nothing stays the same. So why would the paintings be exactly the same as the images from this? I mean, the images from this aren't exactly the same as my original sketches. Everything moves through an upgrade. Don't stay the same. Grow. Discover a new version of you. I probably won't mute out my coughing. Why should I? I'm not apologetic. Why should I be sorry of throwing out toxins, disease from my body? No? That's just life. Mm. We do orange and like red. Unlock the key to your own heart. What would it look like for you to start creating your own healing journey? What are the things you would need to do? I'm telling you all of mine, all of them. Everything that I've been doing, recording myself, putting it on YouTube, putting it on TikTok, putting it on Instagram, Facebook. What do you need to do for yourself, for you to heal, for you to complete your life mission here? And why aren't you doing it? Because you're stuck in your thoughts. Great. Stay there then. Or continuously tell yourself, and you don't know what will happen next, but continuously say to yourself, I'm upgraded. I'm going through my upgrade. We don't know what that upgrade will be. Your upgrade will be your upgrade. I don't want your upgrade. You keep it. That's yours. No one else needs your upgrade. That's yours. Everyone get your own upgrades. Get your upgrade. An upgrade? I'm upgrading. My superpowers are being born. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No one ever needs to know anything. They don't. And all you have to pay forward to everyone else is say, I'm upgrading. I have people who say to me, oh no, get well soon. Shut up. How dare you wish away my superpowers? How dare you wish away my upgrades? Get better soon. Silly people. No. These are my upgrades. These are my superpowers. Don't wish people's lives away from them. God bless you. Grow you. Grow you. Congratulations. These are things that my clients would hear from me. Go you. Grow you. Congratulations. Congratulations on your upgrades. Wow, how amazing that you got chosen to be a messenger for this for other people. I love that I get to do this in real time. I can't wait. I can't wait to look back at these and be like, wow, wow. Life happens. Life grows you. Life shows you that you're more than you've let your mind believe you are. Gosh, I've missed doing these videos, missed them. Didn't realise how much until I'm back here now after such a long time. The thing that I dreaded doing is the thing that I now miss when I don't do it. Come on in, welcome yourself into that vision you keep seeing of yourself. Speak your truth, be honest, be vulnerable, be you, and stop allowing yourself to be disrespected. You're doing a disservice to yourself. And I know that wherever we are, it's easier to hear, harder to do. I get it. Would I have been able to when, I was in my marriage? Would I have been able to make a different choice? I don't know. But what I did do in that marriage when I was extremely unhappy, when I would try to speak and not be heard, I just turned to universe. And for me, what I said was, I'm not leaving this marriage. If you want me out, you have to take me out of the marriage. But just don't do it through his death or mine. If you want me out, you have to choose to take me out and show me the path you want me to tread on. And I think deep down I knew, deep down, because in my journals from 2020, in my dreams, I wrote down day after day for months. I had a dream, he had an affair, but I think it means this. Deep down I knew. Just didn't want to see it. And that's okay too. Universe did its job. Universe heard me and it didn't kill off my ex-husband because I didn't want that. But it removed me from a marriage that never served me anymore. It grew me in the soil that I needed to grow in so that I can pay it forward now. And I want to pay it forward in a respectful way because, we did have good times, and I know there were times when he did look at me and he loved me. And I don't think that we have to go through the life and be disrespectful to the people who've created healing, who've allowed our real healing to come through. And I hope that, you know, he goes through his healing journey. You know, if you want to wish hell on earth for someone, wish them a healing journey. Oof, it's not easy. And yet it's the most blessed thing you can wish on someone. Because if you've been through a healing journey, you know. It's not easy. Reena, why don't you just sharpen it again? Because I've got a feeling this one has been shaken. And don't know. Oh, I will sharpen it again. Reena, and just sharpen it. Yeah, this one does at the moment keep breaking, so I had to half do it. You know what I've just realised? Is the colours red, root chakra, orange, sacral chakra. Yellow is the key. Where am I? Heart, pink and green, and then throat, the blue. And obviously third eye, purple. Did not know that was coming through. Right, let's sign you off, you beauty. Goodness. Oh my good God. Yeah. And it's 31st October 2025. Kind of want to draw a pumpkin. Okay, it's now looking like an apple. Ooh, scary eyes. And the mouth. Whee! Colour in their eyes and the mouth. Happy Halloween! Until next time.